how you doing? Another day, back at it here, working on the cart. Let me show you what I got going on. I'll grab a glove because this is hot. This piece right here, I'll try to keep it looking clean here in the front. So I took a piece of this round bar and welded it to this tab, which I cut and drilled holes in to match the holes that are in the front of the frame there. And then what I'll do is make two more flags similar to this, which I already have made. They are right here. And bolt this to the frame and then put these on there wherever the angle is right. Weld them to mount the fenders to. And I think I've decided that I'm going to go ahead and mount this thing and then draw out the angle, the corners, the curves, the straight lines. Draw it all out and then try to cut it right there on the cart because it'll support it and I won't have to fight with it flexing around and clamping it to a board out here in the driveway and all that kind of stuff. So that's the deal. Next step I'm going to do is bolt this on here and figure out where these little rascals go. And progress is coming right along. Alright, so I'm going to take a break here from the video thing and work on that a little bit, and I'll show you more as I go along. Alright. Alright, there's that part of it. Little tabs welded on there. I don't think I got the angles exactly the same on each side because that was real tricky holding them there and spot welding them, but they're real close. So that's it for the front part, which this will leave me the ability to trim the fender on a corner, you know, so it doesn't look like it just comes out and goes back. Trim it on a corner, flare it back kind of at an angle. I have a feeling it's probably going to stop right in this area. Something to that effect. So, alright. Just going to have to, I'm kind of winging this as I go along, you know what I mean? Alright. So that's where we're at for now. I'll let you know what I come up with. Alright. Alright. Here's my rear brackets made up. One for each side. I angled them out a little bit so they kind of contour the frame before I weld them on. One for each side. And I'm using angle iron back there just because the fender will come down on this side and the bolts will go through here, leaving this exposed. I'm going to drill a couple of holes in here just in case I ever in the future want to bolt something on there. I don't know. But it'd be easier to do now while I can put it in the drill press than try to do it by hand later. And I've been toying in the back of my mind with doing something to connect the fender to the frame there by the seat. So at any rate, I'm going to do that. I've already cleaned the weld up, or the frame up where I'm going to weld them on. Got the paint removed and down to bare metal. I have the fenders are they're bolted on place on the front end. That way I know where I can stretch them and where these will fit. And once I get these welded on, then I can mark them, drill my holes, bolt them on, trim off the sides, And of course I take them off and clean them all up, get the burrs and everything off and shape them right. But I think we're doing okay for as late as it's getting in the day. I didn't get out here till late this afternoon, so now it's dark. I mean, because it doesn't hurt anything as long as I can see. Alright. Okay. So, carry on. And I'm going to weld these on there, and then we're going to drill holes and then weld them on. Alright. Alright, we got the brackets welded on. There's one. And of course the other side. Where is that rascal? There it is. Kind of looks like a shadow down there. Anyway. Nice and sturdy. And then, from there, let's put the fender up on there. Drill some holes in it. Put some bolts in it. And I want to see if you can see all the room I've got. I could put bigger tires on there and still be okay. And I'm going to trim a lot of this off. Because it doesn't need to be that freaking big. But it does need to be kind of big. So, next step is to drill those holes bolted on there. And when I trim it down, some of this natural curve where it's trying to roll back into a barrel shape will diminish, because it's going to take the stresses off that natural roll, because it's going to be curved back like this, come down at some kind of an angle. And so it should relax. You won't have so much tension on it. But okay, I'm going to drill those holes bolted on there. I don't know if I'll get them cut tonight or not, but we're going to wing it, see how it goes. Alright, that's where we're at. Alright, there they are in rough form. I kind of did a little measuring and marking with a black magic marker. And took my skill saw and set the blade so it wouldn't go too deep in there, so I didn't have to worry about hitting my tire. And then just cut it off. Now I'm just going to take the wire flap wheel on the old angle grinder and buzz some of the fuzz off and call it good for today. Anyway, I think you get the idea. And the nice thing about using a flap wheel is it helps you smooth out any minor imperfections as you go. So I'm going to do the other side, but try to get some shots of it in the daylight. Hold out in the open so you can kind of see it. See the whole thing as a whole. See. I think it's going to be fine. It's going to do what I wanted. I want to keep the mud off my face while I'm riding. I know a lot of guys don't care, but I just don't care for that. Plus it gets it so freaking muddy. The whole thing gets mudded out. So anyway, I'm going to the other side, and then, like I said, I'll try to get some shot in the daylight to add to this video, and then get it online here the next day or two for y'all to see. Alright, we're going to give this a try. I know it's dark out here, but I got a light, and I'm just going to try to get a little bit of an idea what this thing looks like. And of course, the cord's mixed up. Alright. Let's continue. Yeah, that barrel label is still on there. I'll have to get that off. Anyway, his paper one should come off with some back. May not look exactly right. Looks like I need to notch that piece out a little bit further because it's still hitting the block there and looks like it's binding it. Front. Looking good. I like it. Of course, you already saw this angle of it. And I'm not going to try to go to the other side. Well, I guess I could, but it'd probably be so close to it you won't be able to see. I don't know, this fender looks just like the other side, so I may just leave everything alone there. And in the front, shoot ya! What do you think about that, boys? That's all the electric cord I got, so I can't get any further back. Yeah. I know you may think I'm nuts, but these are the things that we do. Alright, so turn this one off. Alright, so there you have it. Fenders. Free except for a little bit of hardware, nuts and bolts. And collectively, I know it took me 3 days, but all in all, I probably invested 12 hours, maybe. You know, just between all the drilling, cutting, measuring, thinking, you know, all the stuff. Not bad. I probably wouldn't make any money on them if I were to try to sell them, but it works for me. So anyway, peace. Rate, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Don't forget, we've got new projects sitting out there. Don't forget. Anybody knows anything about these, well, that's fuzzy. Knows anything about these Kawasaki 185 ATVs? Drive shaft, two-wheel drives. Let me know, whatever it is that you might have come across in your endeavors. And I'm sure I'll be able to put that to good use here in the future. Anyway, thanks guys. Be good. And we'll see you. Alright. Bye.